Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why customers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
We're officially in July of 2022, the height of summer, and just when you thought it was safe to take those shirts off and get your short shorts on and rub up on strangers at a discotheque, the pox came and got us.
Ooh, girl. Turns out you can't just run around topless and rubbing up with prolonged skin contact to your gay friends.
Here's the thing. We wanted to do a little bit of a peek inside, a journalistic probe into monkeypox, because everybody's talking about it. So we have a guest on the show today who currently has monkeypox. We have a medical professional on the show today. And Meatball and I do our unique version of air quotes journalism to get to the heart of the issue today. What kind of award are you hoping for?
I'm hoping to get a Peabody.
Or a?
Pee on my body.
No, or a Pulitzer.
Or a Pulitzer.
I'm looking for a queer tea.
No queers. Enjoy the episode.
Oh.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom,
you end up with a sloppy second.
Oh, Diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. I am on Sloppy Seconds Pod at gmail.com. Now on with that show. How you stop you, stupid little fucks, you nasty little fucks, you dirty little fucks, you stupid little fucks. Are you ready for some Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball? I'm Meatball, and that's Big Dipper. Welcome to Sloppy Seconds with Meatball and Big Dipper.
Today we have a very special episode for you. Not to shift the mood so intensely, but we wanted to get back to some journalism.
Yes. And in our exploration for journalism and and in our exploration for journalistic integrity, we've decided to take on a new problem facing the fags. Monkeypox.
Now, here's the thing.
Monkeypox. It's coming for you. Don't touch nobody.
Stop spreading misinformation. Here's the thing. For the last couple of weeks, we've been...
Is this a monkeypox but my butt crack?
We have been talking about monkeypox. We've been making jokes. We've been doing a lot of different sort of commentary because we've all heard it swirling. Monkeypox. We know that it's disproportionately affecting queer men who have sex with men because it's spread from skin-to-skin contact. And obviously, if you're fucking, that's the most intense skin-to-skin and fluid exchange contact that one could have. So there are a lot of people popping up on social media saying, oh, I have monkeypox. Initially, it was like, oh, 2 cases, 1 case in the States. But now it's more than that. I mean, it's not thousands and hundreds of thousands like when COVID was happening, but it is noticeable.
I think it's definitely noticeable. It's definitely noticeable in New York. New York seems to be hit the hardest.
Yeah, but that's exactly what happened with COVID. It's like New York got hit and then LA got hit. Because everyone goes to New York and gets on an airplane. You know what I'm saying? So, what you're saying, because that's what we did. We went to New York.
Because that's exactly what we did. We went to New York and then we got on an airplane and then I was shoulder to shoulder with someone. Wait,
but
were
you
we on the
feel
same flight?
You feel fine.
I never got sick, yeah.
And
I still haven't had COVID. Bitch, I'm invincible.
What's that what's on your face right there?
Where?
That little lesion.
I have a mole on my face that's been there forever.
No, the other side. Oh, are those are 2 moles?
I have a mole up here,
Uh-huh.
and then this one right here.
Oh, that's a beauty mark. My apologies.
It's been there forever. We've known each other for 4 years now.
Is that the one you cut off shaving?
Yes, I cut it off shaving on accident, and then all night it was bleeding through the monkeypox. Back to monkeypox.
So
journalista.
Journalista.
Ah.
So, anyways, we have 2 special interviews for you today. Our first interview is with a person named Matt Ford, who currently has monkeypox, and
is sexy about it.
Yes, is positive, is anti-stigma, is upbeat, and shows a little skin when he's showing those lesions off. So we have an interview with Matt Ford, and then we also have an interview with Dr. James.
And then we wrap up the whole thing with a very special final interview with Ruby Fox.
No, Ruby Fox is not back on the show.
Oh, she's not here? Oh, okay.
So we have Matt Ford on the podcast today to talk about his experience with monkeypox. Matt, thank you for joining us.
Hi there. Thank you for having me.
So where are you right now?
Yeah, where are you?
I am in sunny Los Angeles, where I have been for the past 3 weeks and 2 weeks in isolation, I should say.
And it's funny because we just had a guest who zoomed into our show, and we thought she was on the other side of the country, but it turned out she was in LA, and we were like, well, why didn't you come into the studio? We know why you didn't come into the studio.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You're in isolation.
I'm in court-ordered isolation
Court?
right now.
Not the courts!
Yeah.
No,
Fun facts.
How did the court get involved?
Because the LA Department of Public Health is doing a lot of contact tracing and it's like trying to be in touch with everyone who has been exposed and especially who comes down with it. So once, to my knowledge, at least from me and 1 or 2 other friends who got it, who had similar experiences, once you test positive and they know you have it, they emailed me a court-issued stay-at-home order.
And do you have
That's crazy.
Once you are healed, do you have to check in with the court?
Will you ever be fully healed emotionally from this?
Probably not. But I don't think so. I don't think we have to check in with the court. I think
so. It's like court ordered, and then it's honor system.
Okay, but
yeah, I think so. I think it's like you have to do this until you're fully healed, which is defined as all the scabs falling off and fresh skin underneath.
Okay, so this is my first question. Are you from New York? I thought
am.
you were from New York, and I was really hoping that maybe you gave Ruby Fox monkeypox.
Oh,
you didn't get it to her.
Oh, Ruby, former guest of the pod.
Former guest of the pod.
Oh,
Ruby Fox.
I love Ruby.
Monkeypox.
She just stayed with me a couple of months ago in LA for a gig out
Not
here.
close enough. Not soon enough.
I cannot wait for that bitch to hear this. No, I did not expose Ruby to it.
So I want to ask, how long are they forcing you to quarantine? It's just whenever the symptoms go away and you're fine.
Yeah. We're supposed to isolate until we're fully recovered, which is defined as every single lesion scabbed over, fallen off with fresh, healthy skin underneath. So at that point, you're considered no longer contagious.
That is so weird.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the very beginning.
Where'd you get? Yeah, very good place to start. Where did you get the monkey?
Well, hold on.
No, I want to know. Were you being nasty?
Well, we'll get there. Hold on.
Okay.
This became public knowledge because you first posted on Twitter about it, then you made a TikTok, and then recently this week you published an article on BuzzFeed called "I Have Monkeypox. Here's what it's like and what you should know." Why did you feel the need to publicly share your story rather than just wallow in self-pity for 3 weeks in an apartment?
Yeah, so to wallow in my misery. So yeah, the way the timeline, everything worked out. I was already in the midst of having monkeypox on, let's see, I knew I had it since Friday, June 17th. And then Wednesday, June 22nd was the day that they did that surprise Beyonce drop in New York and LA of the vaccines. And I don't know why they didn't give any prior warning. It was the weirdest rollout ever. But yeah, so I had been in a group chat with friends talking to them about it. And they had kind of been telling me oh, you should post about this. You should let people know, nobody's really talking about it. because there is kind of a fear of stigma and shame around it.
Oh yeah.
And so I was already on the fence. And then that Wednesday, a lot of my friends in New York, where for context, I lived in New York the last 8 years. I just moved to LA in March. I'm like doing the bicoastal thing. A bunch of my friends in New York were tweeting the experience of trying to get the vaccine and like what kind of a clusterfuck that was. And seeing them tweet about it kind of made me feel like, oh, well, people are talking about it. I'll tweet about my experience having it because maybe, that would be useful. So I did. It started to take off and I was getting a lot of positive messages, pleasant surprise for the internet, but a lot of people responding saying, thank you for talking about it, reporters retweeting me, etc. So then from there, I decided to make the TikTok video because I thought, well, I can kind of expound on it more in my own voice. I can give more of a visual representation of what it's like. And that kind of took off as well. So since then, I've had a lot of reporters and like people who run podcasts
Media
reaching out to me.
Yeah. Well, in your TikTok video, you're like, I have one on my tummy.
Oh yeah. And you lift it up, and we showed that to people at the studio, and they went, "All right, get a quick look at the abs while you're down there."
You had to be thorough. Okay.
I had to be thorough,
In all of your sharing of your experience, you say, I got this from skin to skin contact. But it was from sex, right?
I mean, I am not going as into the details of what it was just for my own privacy's sake. But I mean, we know how it is spreading to a lot of people. Yes, it was very obviously not saying yes, it was sex, but yes, in that it was a close encounter.
Okay.
But it could happen at a club.
That's the thing that
if you're like standing next to someone in a crowded nightclub and they're rubbing up on you and they have monkeypox on their arm, you're gonna get it.
Totally. Right? And exactly. That's the way it can spread. And there was someone who just commented on my TikTok saying like, I really want to know, it was someone who was verified and something. And they were like, I really want to know if you got it from sex or like just from dancing on someone. Like, I know that's personal, but there's a difference between theoretical spreading and actual spreading or traceable. And I get that, but there's some element of like privacy I want to maintain around my own life. But
it's your life.
Yeah,
we don't maintain any privacy with our lives on this podcast, which is why I asked. But yeah, I think that's really interesting because we talk about stigma, right? Like, people, because the majority of the cases are men who have sex with men, because a lot of queer people are obviously more sexually free, more promiscuous in a positive way. There's a lot more of that going around. But also, like, girl, it's Pride season. People are dancing with their shirts off and rubbing up on each other and trying to squeeze through a crowded bar to get to the bathroom. And if you have, a verifiable monkeypox on your arm that's like open and available to rub up on someone, you could get it.
Totally. And that's part of why I spoke out, because I was really worried. New York Pride at that time was the weekend coming up. And I was supposed to be in New York hosting some big gay ass dance parties. And obviously that wasn't able to happen. But I was really worried for a lot of my friends and the potential of a spread in New York. Gays go to these parties, take their shirts off, they're dancing on each other. Obviously, like you said, positively promiscuous. The gays are fucking, and we know that's a huge way that this can spread. So I was really worried about that.
Now let's get into the nitty gritty.
I thought we just did.
No, I want to know about the experience.
Oh yeah, how did you
had,
know?
Like, the flu
when did
first?
You find out?
Yeah, so that Friday, June 17th, I got a call from a friend who I had been with the weekend before. And my situation was really, quote, fortunate, in that I kind of knew from the get-go that it was probably monkeypox. I talked to friends later who, they had to convince their doctors to test them or whatever.
Oh.
I got a call saying, hey, we're pretty sure we have monkeypox. We're waiting on the confirmation, but you should be on alert for symptoms. And then I checked myself literally on that call and noticed some lesions that I had not noticed before. And so I was like, in an instant, I was like, oh, fuck, I think I have monkeypox. There goes New York Pride. There goes my next 2 weeks.
That's what I would have said. I would have been like, I can't get to a party.
Yeah, exactly. I was more pissed about having to miss the parties than, the imminent suffering I was soon to experience. But yeah, that was kind of how it happened for me. So I knew from the get-go, went to the doctor 3 days later and got swabbed. But in the meantime, that weekend, I had intense flu-like symptoms hit. So I had fever, chills, swollen lymph nodes, sweating through my sheets at night.
Oh my God.
Sore throat, coughing. Yeah, it was not great.
And you had those all in conjunction, because I've also read some stuff that's like sometimes you'll have the flu-like symptoms for a while before you even see a lesion pop up.
Yeah, it kind of seems to vary by person what order they come in, if at all. I have a friend who just got the lesions and had no flu symptoms. So it seems to be
See, that's the other thing, is that Meatball and I, we've been sort of, what you do in a time when fear is creeping, and you joke, right?
We
so
make
it's like,
jokes.
we like, I had like a pimple appear on my knee, and I'm like, monkeypox? Like,
I had like a little itchy spot on my knee, and then another one down below it, and I was like, this is it, baby boy. We got the lesions.
You're done for it early.
Have textured skin, and like you get a pimple from time to time somewhere,
and we were also
ingrown hair.
We were also just in New York, and Dipper had made sex with gentlemen there, and then we came back, and that's when he started noticing like little pimples and things. So we were scared for him, and I was scared for me because we were sitting right next to each other.
The number of friends I've had message me and be like, I saw a spot. I'm not sure.
Are they sending you pictures?
Oh no! Are
of
they
little
blaming
pimples?
you? Are you the doctor and your friend now? Oh,
I mean, not blaming me, but I guess I kind of have become like a de facto person
expert
to ask about, because
God.
I accidentally became a poster child. But
so, do the lesions? Did yours feel like anything? Do they hurt? Are they sensitive to the touch, or is it just like a little pimple?
So here was the evolution. At first, when I noticed them, I didn't really feel them. They weren't irritable or anything. But as the next week went on, like by that next Friday, it had spread to my face. I was starting to notice them popping up on my limbs, ankles, hands. I still have them, on me.
On your toned belly.
your words.
Yeah. Sure.
And they got really painful in the more sensitive areas. I noticed some areas on my body, there was more of a cluster. So, on one part of my arm, there was a cluster. On my face, there's one. And more sensitive areas on more sensitive skin, like what I've called in my editorial pieces, the underwear area. But, there are a lot of reports.
Your balls.
Yeah. But there are a lot of reports of like pararectal pain that go along with this, right? There are a lot of reports coming out. And in the more sensitive areas, it was really painful. I mean, I described it as...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean, to the point that I couldn't sleep some nights, which is why I had to go back to the doctor and get narcotics prescribed.
The painkillers. Yeah. That's so crazy.
That's
when you said that in the video, you were like, I just needed painkillers so I could sleep. I was like, this is way more serious than I thought it was. I thought it was just like chicken pox.
Yeah, girl. No, it is really fucking painful. And that's why I made such a point in my tweet and TikTok to be like, you do not want this. It is no fun. So yeah, I mean, I've described the pain as it was kind of like a dull, sore, constant pain, highlighted with jabs of sharp pain whenever I would like move the wrong way or irritate one or, piss one off.
We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50 off and use code sloppyseconds50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only, while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy Seconds 50 off. Do you want to improve your sleep? Well, listen up and get a Helix.
Whether you sleep on your side, your back, your stomach, Helix makes premium mattresses that are designed to fit your specific sleep style.
Now that it's spring, why not upgrade your sleep game and get a Helix mattress?
And you know what?
What?
I can guarantee you that they have a mattress for you with over 20 different styles and models for you to sleep on. I love sleep. I can't get enough of it.
And I love my Helix mattress. So ever since I got the big and tall, I know we go on and on about it, but it's a perfect fit for me. I haven't had a mattress before that I was able to select a model from, and I'm so happy I got to do that with Helix.
And I, too, have the big and tall model, and it's perfect for my big and tall body. I loved it so much, I got a second one from a guest room.
True.
Yes, baby. And the people are sleeping great in there when they eventually do sleep in there.
Best of all, Helix delivers right to your door with free shipping in the US, and you can get a 120-night sleep trial to make sure that it's right for you.
You also get peace of mind because Helix mattresses are backed by a limited lifetime warranty and have been recognized by experts at places like Forbes and Wired. And me. I am a sleep expert too.
Period. Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy to get up to 27% off site-wide during their Memorial Day sale.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy and make sure you enter sloppy seconds after checkout so that they know that we sent you.
helixsleep.com/sloppy.
Get yourself a Helix.
How do you feel like when you went to the doctor? Were they like, oh my God, it's monkey? Or they were just like, okay, yeah, we understand this is starting to pop up from place to place.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, you would have thought I was patient zero of COVID walking into that doctor's office the first time.
When you called ahead, were you like, I've been exposed to monkeypox and I'm coming to get tested?
Yeah, I had a video call with them at first, and then we made the appointment because it was the earliest available one was that Monday. And I went in, I understand they have their protocol to follow, but they were messaging me we'll get you in through the employees entrance. They were trying to get me in the back way. And
wait a minute. Now, you could think of that as them being having a stigma against you, or you getting
Meatball
VIP
sees it as VIP access.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I forgot to mention there was a red carpet that they rolled out.
Bottle service?
Yeah, exactly.
They're like a bottle of calamine lotion.
Yeah, there was a list, yeah. No, so I got in there and it was full COVID prep gear. They had the gown, the gloves, the face mask, the goggles, and I understand the doctor actually was kind of apologetic. She was we have very strict instructions from the Department of Public Health, who they had been in contact with the whole time. So, I get it. But yeah, the first time I went in, they just did a visual exam. They were like, yep, looks like you got it. And swabbed it and sent those off. The second time, it was more of a thorough exam of the more painful areas and talking through medications that could help, over-the-counter recommendations, etc.
Can I ask just one detail question about the swab? Did they try to pop it like a zit to swab the fluid? Or did they just swab the top?
I don't think, I couldn't see, but I don't think they tried to pop it because mine it was uncomfortable, but it wasn't super painful. They were definitely digging to get some juice or something.
Good old biopsy there.
Get that juice, baby.
Yeah. But they didn't cut it or try to pop it or anything.
Got it.
But my friend who I was exposed via, he described it as one of the most painful things he's ever been through. So I think it varies by.
That's so crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are you on a monkeypox group chat?
You and your gals?
I wish, girl. I would love to be chatting with. One-on-one, I'm chatting with friends who are also going through it. But no, we don't. We haven't unionized yet.
Has anyone? Have you heard from anyone else? If their experience is worse than yours? Has their flu-like symptoms been more intense? Is anyone else going through more, or is it all pretty even?
It's all the experiences I've heard of have either been on par with mine or milder. I think I had a pretty rough go of it.
Yeah.
but yeah, other people reached out, said I had similar symptoms. It was super painful. And then, like I said, I have some friends who just had the lesions, no flu-like symptoms, and vice versa. Some friends just had flu-like symptoms and had 1 to 3 spots, and that was it.
This is such a crazy little outbreak.
So I want to talk a little bit about logistics stuff before we wrap up. You were talking about you get a check-in from the Department of Health. You received like a stay-at-home, like quarantine order, court-ordered, all that stuff. Looking online, the numbers don't seem nearly as extreme as like, we just went through COVID and like all of these different things. So it seems like there are a smaller number.
Don't minimize his experience.
No, my question is, do you think things are being underreported? Do you think there are people walking around with monkeypox on who don't have flu symptoms, but they have lesions on their body and they're just going to sort of go away or think they're a pimple? Like, how do you feel about that in the world?
1,000%. I think cases are being, there's been a huge lag, and some cases haven't even been reported. I think what the CDC is reporting is way below the actual case number. And there was even an NPR article recently that spoke to this. I've cited it in my TikTok. And even my doctor, the second time I went back and we were chatting about it, I kind of asked, I was like, are you seeing a lot of people coming in with monkeypox? And he was like, yes, we're seeing a huge amount of cases. And the CDC, the number you're seeing is not accurate because there have been lags in testing. Because right now they're doing the swab. I had people in my DMs on Twitter offering like spit tests that I guess have been developed, but those aren't being widely.
I think they were offering something else.
Oh yeah, maybe they were offering me money.
Chasers, they're chasers. That's what's happening.
Oh no! Stop.
Okay.
But no, I mean, my doctor said it, NPR said it, and I even had friends I talked to who, especially in the earlier days, their doctors would not test them for monkeypox, and they were literally telling them, I'm pretty sure I have this, please test me. And they wouldn't do it because they thought it wasn't that. So when you have that kind of lag or non-cooperation, of course the numbers are going to be way below what they actually are.
That's so nuts.
Yeah. And you are, your BuzzFeed article is currently trending on Twitter.
Work, slut!
And so clearly people are like very interested in this. You know what I mean? Like it's a talking point. People are concerned and so much so I saw on your Twitter account, you were retweeting some updates about vaccines.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like there is going to be a federal like rollout of vaccines between now and the fall, right?
Oh yeah. So the newest vaccine, I don't know how to say it. I think it's Jynneos or something. Anyway,
sounds like a drag name.
Yeah. Meatball, I defer to you on that.
Ruby Fox pushed her down the stairs, I think.
Oh my god!
Okay. Oh, she's gonna kill me for this one. Yeah, so that was the vaccine, the newer one, because there's also a smallpox vaccine, but it's less ideal. This newer one is the one that they surprise dropped in New York and LA. And just this Tuesday, the Biden administration announced that they are releasing more supply of it in the weeks to come to vaccinate more masses. And the company that makes it is in the process of manufacturing more. So there's like, you can ask the medical professionals or the government or whoever, there's like a full laid out plan for it. To get people vaccinated as soon as possible.
That's
I'm
great.
Like, sign me up.
I know, but I just feel like there's
the way
still
I be fucking. Sorry.
So much. I just feel like there's still so much misinformation about how it's spread, and like there's not enough. We're not talking about it enough, I don't think.
Well, it's late. I mean, Matt, you laid it out. Obviously, the information that you received, but it doesn't seem like there's one way. You know what I mean? It seems like it's like, oh, there's also all of that stuff about like, oh, if you use a blanket that someone had on their body and they had monkeypox and then you use that blanket. So like, I, of course, immediately think about airplanes. I think about public transit. I think about all these things. And obviously my assumption is, actual prolonged skin-to-skin contact is going to be the thing that really does it. But everything I've read also includes, like, other ways and even respiratory
sitting
droplets.
On a toilet seat.
No, don't do that, Meatball.
I heard in a book I read.
So, I mean, I can offer my 2 cents on that.
Yes, please.
With the obvious disclaimer that I'm not a medical professional.
Yes.
I'm just speaking anecdotally from my experience and what I've seen and heard. It is my opinion that it is being a little overblown in which and described the ease that it can spread. Here's the thing. I don't believe, or I think it is of less concern. If you're in the same room as someone who has monkeypox, I don't think you're going to get it. Yeah. Like, I think...
Oh, you need to be.
I think that like you said, like it says on the CDC website, prolonged skin to skin contact with someone who like has lesions or rashes.
So stop holding hands out there.
Exactly. Respiratory secretion. So obviously fucking. I have a friend who is pretty sure they got it from making out with someone. You know, any way that a virus or a cold would spread to someone else is a potential way that they could do it. So I think a sneeze or a cough would do it. Probably not as likely. It seems to be more like contact based.
Right.
But you know, to your point about bedding, if I have a lesion and I don't know it and I like wipe a towel and some juice gets on it and somebody else touches that, yeah, you know, that's probably a way it could spread. But I don't think if I sneeze near someone or cough and I have monkeypox and they don't, that it's necessarily going to spread that way.
So do you feel fortified? Like, are you ready for like mid-July to August to just be like the ultimate hot girl summer for you?
Bitch,
slut it up.
The way I am gonna wild out if immunity, if immunity,
you will be immune, correct?
I don't know. That's what I was gonna say. If assuming immunity is a thing, I'm gonna talk to more medical professionals. I would assume that's a thing because of like how the body works, but they don't know.
And the vaccine will maybe help.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get vaccinated like as soon as possible. So I would hope with the combination of having had it and getting vaccinated that I can just like have a hot girl summer, but you know.
Well, at least with this vaccine, all those fucking gay people who were trying to jump the line with the Uber Eats job to get the COVID vaccine, at least they are now the highest risk population, so they can be first in line for the monkeypox vaccine.
Right. Oh, honey, those girls are
the OnlyFans girls.
The OnlyFans girls.
They're like, I have to work. I have to fuck.
Remember the one that was like, I work in a medical field, and we were like, what? And he was like, I do like their taxes or something, and so he got a shot, and I was like, kill yourself.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Meatball, any other? Well, first of all, Matt, is there anything else you would like to share about your experience, or that you would want to say that we haven't covered?
Yeah, something I have been saying to all the outlets and that I really want to reiterate, especially to anyone who thinks they could have been exposed or especially who has it, is one, as much as you can, try to confront and mitigate any stigma or shame you might feel because you have done nothing wrong in getting it or in being exposed to it. It's just an unfortunate biological way the cards have fallen. And also, if you do get it or are afraid that you have it, just remember this mindset really helped me that it is temporary. You know, co-infections aside, what helped me get through the most painful and miserable moments was remembering that this is a temporary condition. It will not affect me for the rest of my life. In a few weeks, I will be on the other side of this and we'll be better.
Yeah.
Done.
That's really, I mean, that is really important because I know we all, like anytime we're in a situation, regardless of what it is, even from a small cold or a flu to, you know, finding out you have an STD and you're like, fuck, man. It's like, we talk about this all the time on the podcast. It's like, well, girl, it's temporary. There's medication around it. And so that sort of, that mentality, I think is a huge way to keep things positive. No pun intended. The other thing I wanted to say is like, how do we, should we just all be wearing long sleeves and staying in the house? Like, what do you think? Like, that's my big thing is like, we're talking about it, we're putting it out there, but it's like, if you don't know and you're not doing full body inspections of people you're hooking up with, and, you know, like Meatball and I were joking earlier about, oh, this pimple, is that monkeypox? Is that monkeypox? It's like, I feel very healthy. That's a pimple. It's already sort of like turned from a pimple to nothing else. And it's like, I still want to live my summer life. You know what I mean?
You don't deserve to live your summer life.
I don't know. That's just how I'm feeling. Like, we just went through a thing where the world told us, like, stay in the house and don't do anything for the better good. And it's like, these numbers are different, but they also are affecting our community more significantly. So what do we do? Not that you have the answer, but...
I mean, I anecdotally, I can just get my 2 cents. But I mean, yeah, that's the shitty part, right? Like, we want to live our lives, but also you don't want to spread this if potentially you have it. So I think there's like a middle area. I don't think we have to walk around in like long johns and not touch anyone, but like, unless you're into
hot girl summer,
unless you're into that. But no, I think it's just staying on top of like being very aware of if you're feeling sick at all, or if you notice any weird spots, just being like hyper vigilant about that with your own body, and just maybe being a little extra cautious about who you do come in contact with. So like, if you have the choice of going to that sex party or, going to board game night with some friends, maybe leaning towards the more cautious option until you're vaccinated. Or, if you go to a dance party, maybe just be aware of the risks of making out and dancing on a stranger versus just, kicking with your friends, on the outskirts of the dance floor or something like that,
Yeah. I mean, it's all personal responsibility. And also, again, if you get it, it's not really your fault. You didn't do anything wrong.
Exactly.
You're living your life.
Yeah.
You're living your life.
There's no blame in this game, no shame, no stigma. If you get it, it sucks, but it's temporary. It will pass. And just try not to give it to anyone else.
Yeah, and hopefully you can work from home.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate in that regard. That really sucks. If you have to take time off from work, like
up to 4 weeks. I mean, you said you're on week, what, 2.5, 3?
It's about to be, it's 3 weeks since exposure, 2 weeks since I started manifesting symptoms tomorrow. So, yeah, everyone I've spoken to, the CDC says 2 to 4 weeks. And all the people I've talked to who had it said about 2.5 weeks, sometimes 3 is about on par with the amount of time it's taken for all the scabs to fall off.
Now, where's your biggest? Which one are you focused on falling off next? Are you like, get out of here because this is the one that I need to fall off?
My face. I have 2 in my beard that are like almost. They're almost there, but like they're holding on for dear life. So
don't pick them.
Oh yeah, don't scratch, Mom.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience with all of our Sloppy Seconds listeners today.
Of course. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate, being able to chat with you all and get the word out about this. It's not cute.
It's not cute. Where can people find you, aside from obviously the BuzzFeed article?
Yep. So I'm on Twitter and TikTok at jmatthiasford, Mattias. Need to work on those. Name. I know, it's my full name. Need to work on those handles. And then Instagram is just at Matthias.
Dipper needs to work on his love handles. You know what I'm talking about? All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. I'm praying that those fall off your face so you can get back out there.
Thank you so much to you both for having me. I really appreciate it.
So now after we have heard from our patient, it makes only the best of sense to hear from a doctor. Now, this medical professional and that medical patient have nothing in common. Have never met one another.
They've literally never met, and they don't know each other. So please, no question.
But please welcome multiple guests, multiple former time guests. How do I say that properly? Multiple.
A repeat guest offender.
This is Dr. James Simmons. Hi, James. Dr. Simmons.
Well,
Doctor.
Thank you very much for having me. Yeah, I love that you had to preface that. You're like, patient and provider do not know each other. I've
never had a conversation. Yes. We're just getting 2 points of view.
So we, thanks for being with us again. We want to talk about monkeypox.
Oh, really? Is that a thing going on right now? What?
So I don't know. You tell me. Is it a hoax?
No.
Well, listen, I believe the earth is flat and monkeypox is a hoax. Thoughts?
All right. Thanks for having me. Really wish you guys the best of luck. Take care. We're not doing crazy. I have enough conspiracy theories, but we're not doing crazy ones anymore.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Listen, monkeypox it's kind of a deal right now because it's acting differently than what we thought it was going to and what it normally does. So I'm gonna give you like the 13-second monkeypox history. So monkeypox is a virus that's in the similar to smallpox, right? It's much less lethal though. And it is endemic to some countries in generally sub-Saharan Africa, so Central and Western Africa. And by endemic, we mean it happens there all the time. They're sort of used to it. They're used to a number of cases. They kind of know how to treat it, although we don't provide them with enough resources, but that's a different conversation. Occasionally, we'll see monkeypox jump out of those countries in very, very, very small clusters, talking 5 to 12 cases in a different country. It's always been related to travel to those countries in sub-Saharan Africa where the virus is kind of always happening. Well, what's happened this time now, and why everyone's freaking out a little bit, is because we're having transmission of monkeypox in communities where no one has traveled to sub-Saharan Africa or been in contact directly with someone who has traveled to sub-Saharan Africa. Meaning that monkeypox is now spreading in the community. We call it community spread. You may remember that from COVID. It's community spread is happening, but without close contact with someone who traveled to those countries. And so is monkeypox acting differently right now, which is the scary part.
Well, is it?
Yeah, the Institute US, Jesus, it's Portugal. The Portugal Institute of Health are the first people to do like genetic sequencing on these two strains of monkeypox that are going on right now. One of them is much more prevalent than the other one. There are two strains. One of them is dominating the other one.
Oh, wow.
And that one strain actually has about 50 mutations from the last time they genetically sequenced that strain, which was in like 2018-ish. And a bunch of those mutations look like that strain of monkeypox is more transmissible. So all of a sudden, whoa, right. We're like monkeypox, because monkeypox historically has been really hard to get. Like when we say prolonged skin to skin contact, prolonged contact with an infected source, like clothing or bedding, or prolonged exposure to respiratory droplets, we meant prolonged. Like you need to be all up in somebody's grill for a long time, minutes upon minutes upon minutes. Well, now we're not entirely sure, but now we're like, wait a minute. There are mutations on this strain of monkeypox that make it look like it's more transmissible, which might be why it's spreading in communities so much faster than we originally thought it was going to.
So do you think this is something we were talking about, with our first guest who has been very public and he's, posted on Twitter and TikTok and just did a BuzzFeed article about his experience.
Awesome.
But like, we were like, oh, should we just be like wearing long shirts and not going out and don't bump into anybody? Like how transmissible? And I know the answer is like, we don't know yet, but what's the recommendation here?
This is why I love coming and talking with y'all, particularly you, Dipper. No shade, Meatball, but like you.
Listen, I'm only here to spread misinformation.
Right, but you get it. You have always had, even through the COVID conversations, STI conversations, you always have like a very reasonable, like thoughtful approach to this. And this is just sort of what we ask people to do, because you're right. At this point in time, we don't have these like grandiose recommendations of how to stop this thing. I mean, honestly, if you really shouldn't be scared of monkeypox. Right now, we only have one confirmed fatality related to monkeypox. There's actually only we're pushing 5,000 cases at the time of this recording globally.
Okay.
There are almost 300 here in the United States. I mean, it's not a ton of cases, but we do know that there are so many more cases out there that we haven't found yet, or that maybe have gone unreported. So the numbers are probably higher. All of that being said, this is not something you should be super scared of. Most people have generally a mild to moderate illness, and we have vaccines at the ready to help you not get sick or die from this. And this is something that if you get monkeypox, you can then go and get the vaccine. Like it will still help you as well. If you're like, okay, I was at Pride this weekend or whatever event, doesn't have to be Pride, but some event, I heard someone might have had monkeypox there. Let me go on ahead and get my vaccine or get myself checked out. We actually have therapies that can help you prevent getting sick from this, which is different. So the recommendations in terms of what you can do, I mean, if you're really scared, which you shouldn't be, don't go to large crowds. Don't be having sex with nobody. But we know that that's not going to happen, right? Bear Week's coming up. Like, it's the summer, and it is the first summer that we have all felt free, really, from COVID, even though we probably shouldn't. But we all felt free from COVID in the last several years.
Drag us.
And so everyone is living their lives, and they're going to. And so just know that because coincidentally, this started at two separate gay events. Monkeypox is not a uniquely gay disease, but coincidentally, it started at two separate gay events. We travel within our own community, and we travel to multiple gay events. This is what we do as a community.
And we sex in our own community.
And we have sex in our own community, right? So if you're going to a gay event, just know that your risk is going to be higher. And if you are lucky enough to live in a place like New York City where they're trying to preemptively vaccinate people, go on ahead and get that vaccine.
Yeah.
When are we getting the vaccine
When are
in
we
LA?
getting ours
Because
in
Meatball
LA?
and I are ready. Jab me up.
Mama, give it to me.
Right.
Because we just announced, like, we're doing an event in August at CCBC, clothing optional, like poolside podcast recording. It's like, we have all these things for our job that we're doing out in spaces. And I'm like, jab this guy.
Jab me up. Well, so on a federal level, the Department of Health and Human Services is planning this like new strategy. Interestingly, what happens when you have an administration who is supportive of, pandemic responses and things like this, we now have beefed up those departments within Health and Human Services, within the CDC, to be able to track this thing, do contact tracing, to, get vaccines out. So they're starting to say, hey, we have the resources for this now. We're going to start preemptively trying to vaccinate people. Where that's applying on a local level, we don't know yet, but literally the information is changing every day. So the long story short to your question is, likely you should hear in the next couple of weeks that LA County, Cook County in Chicago, Clark County in Georgia, big places like that, big gay centers, San Francisco, things like that, are going to start having these vaccine centers where you can just be like, hey, I'm queer, I've been traveling, I've been going to these events, I may have had contact, or I know my risk is high, please vaccinate me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because this is like some real talk right here. I am like going to go see my family in August. And like with COVID, you could be like, okay, I'm going to take a week off. I'm not going to go out into the world. I'm going to test myself at home a bunch. And then I'm going to know, at least to the best of my ability, that I'm not at risk to like give something to my family. Like, I would feel crazy. Meatball and I literally are going to a bear weekend in Mobile, Alabama, days before I'm scheduled to like hang out with my
then
family.
just wear long sleeves and don't have sex with anyone. Is there a way that we could get him in a body condom?
Very Naked Gun,
like the boy in the bubble. Yeah. Like Naked Gun.
But you know what I mean?
You're
Like
gonna be Bubble Boy.
we do meet and greets. Like when we were just in San Francisco, people come up and give a hug, say hello, like whatever. So even
yell in our faces, very close.
Yeah. I don't know. I not to be like a hypochondriac and like crazy like this, but I'm like my choices as a person live on my own, like whatever, out in the world being a gay person. Then I like go and see my 80-year-old father who just like hikes and works in the garden.
Right. It's scary. I mean, I think that you have to understand your risk. You have to understand the risk that you might be potentially putting other people on. Right.
Right.
All of that being said, let's separate COVID and monkeypox, of course.
Sure, of course.
Monkeypox is, at least this strain, the most prevalent strain, is not particularly lethal.
Right.
Okay.
But
not even to his 90-year-old dad.
Okay.
But I was going to say,
100.
but that's to young and healthy people, right? So to people who are older, it is a much more serious deal. So I think it's also important to remember that prolonged exposure is still our leading thought as to how this will transmit. So, a lot of people are like, is it a sexually transmitted disease? No, to our knowledge right now, no. Although, like I've said, the virus seems to be changing, but we have no evidence so far at this point that is turned into a sexually transmitted disease. But come on, what happens when you're having sex? Prolonged skin-to-skin
exposure.
Contact, right? So if you're meet and
Not
greeting,
the way I do it. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, if you're meet and greeting, that's not prolonged, right? Maybe you consider like throwing a mask on here and there because respiratory droplets are a thing. Maybe you go back to putting up one of those shields occasionally. I don't know. It's hard to know how, if you're going to be in that environment around a bunch of people, how to actually protect yourself, because once you're in that environment, there really aren't a ton of measures that you can do to protect yourself, unless you see somebody with a bunch of lesions on their skin and then don't touch them.
Right.
But then again, don't the lesions often look like just like pimples? What if, it could just look like a guy who's really into steroids.
They do. Yeah, this is great observation, Meatball. There's a first time for everything. Good job. They do. They do look a lot like pimples, right?
Yeah.
They look tremendously like pimples. But here's the thing: pimples usually come as a one or two, right?
Oh yeah.
When people have monkeypox, a full-on monkeypox outbreak. It's everywhere. There are pimple-like looking lesions, we call them, everywhere. They interestingly generally start on the face, But there are some reports, and again, where this is so new, we're still investigating a lot of this, but there are some reports that a lot of this strain that's spreading so quickly, those lesions are found first in the
Butthole.
genital anal region.
Yerp.
Yerp. Hurts so much you can't sleep sometimes.
It's well,
horrible.
okay. So listen, thank you for this. And the other conversation we had with our guest was about stigma, and he was like leading with this idea of like it is just like a biological thing that happens to you, unfortunately, if you're exposed to it. And the idea of like stigma around it is so unnecessary and not, productive. And, just that we need to lead with that in mind, because we all know how nasty a stigma can be, especially around like an infection or a virus.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you've seen at all That Gay Doctor on TikTok and on Instagram. He is a physician and also got monkeypox and is now on the other side of it, and documented his entire journey for the very reason of getting rid of stigma. So I love the intersection of him being a gay man who is out there living his life while also being a physician, a medical provider, talking about monkeypox. And he literally did this to his hundreds of thousands of followers because he was like, we're going to get rid of the stigma. So yeah, bravo to your guest. Bravo to y'all for talking about this, and everyone else. Like, there needs to be no stigma around monkeypox. The only reason we're talking about this and the only reason we're bringing it up a lot is because for a very few small amount of people, this could be a serious thing. And this is not something we want to turn into a pandemic, right? We don't want this thing to spread like crazy. So bottom line, if you are someone with lesions, you have a high fever, anything like that, stay your ass at home. Do not go out. Stay home. It's fine.
It's fine.
Just stay home.
Fine.
It's fine. We will say our guests told us that they got a court-ordered stay-at-home order once they were reported to the Department of Health.
Now that especially departments of health have money again, they do not play.
But then I asked the question. I said, how, like, do they check in on you, or then do you have to prove something to them that all your lesions have scabbed and fallen off and there's new skin there in order for that court order to be lifted? And he was like, no, I haven't heard anything aside from the first one. So.
Right. They were like, stay your ass at home, and then we're going to trust you to stay home for the next 2
Yes, exactly.
I mean, it's a start. What can I say?
Well, we'll see everyone at the foam party where we're going to rub our bodies on each other, prolong skin to skin.
Pop your pus in the foam.
Oh, man. I know. Sometimes
how can I get a vaccine? How can I get one before the pool party?
So, good question. If you have a queer provider, start with them. Because they're on top of this. I suppose if you're a provider who does not identify as LGBTQIA+, they may know about this. But if you live in an area where there is an LGBTQ center, reach out to those centers. Okay. Those are really, really big resources because this is changing every day. It's so fluid. Like the New York City vaccine center that popped up literally had to close within hours because they ran out of vaccines because the demand was so high. So they were a model for everybody else to be like, hold on, before we pop one up in LA and San Francisco and Seattle and all these other places, we need to be prepared because there's probably going to be a high demand for this. So literally check in every day. You can call your public health department. But I say, particularly because this is in our community, start with the centers, like whatever LGBTQ center is in your neighborhood. And just be like, hey, I want to get this vaccine before I get dicked down at the phone party. Can you help me?
I know. I'm looking at the LGBT center right now.
You better do it.
I love it. They're a great resource for everything, honestly. And the health providers who work at centers, and this is everywhere, right? There's an LGBTQ center in Wichita, Kansas. Like, you don't have to live in LA or New York or anywhere like that. Like, start with those places. And these people are on top of everything that is going on constantly. And at least now, because of the federal administration that we do have, some of those agencies are starting to get a little bit more money and a little bit more resources to be able to help the community. So do not be afraid to reach out to them.
Well, thank you so much for being here. It's always such a pleasure to get dragged by you.
Thank you for having me. It is. I look forward to it. At least I see it dragging the ever-loving shit out of you.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, thank you, Dr. James Simmons, for joining us. Best of luck with all of the providing that you do with medical care.
Thank you. I appreciate it, y'all. Good to see you.
You too.
Bye.
All right.
All right.
Wow, so much to learn, so much to take in.
I didn't know all of that. And again, Dr. James, so good.
Now, listen, if you have experiences with monkeypox, if you want to call in, if you want to share what you're going through, you know we've got that phone number. That phone number is 213-536
9180.
And we do have some voicemails. I know, the majority of this episode we spent talking about monkeypox, but we do want to sort of end things on a more regular note here. So we do have some voicemails to listen to. Are a lot of these about expose?
No, only one of them.
Okay, because everyone, I'm aware that I said expose instead of escape, and my apologies. Blanket statement. Here's some voicemails.
Hi, Flops. Yesterday, I joined your live when you were talking about CCBC, the community college in Baltimore
This one is long.
live show that you're doing in August. And I was feeling a little salty to Santana in the chat, and I was like, this is getting kind of boring. And then you made me join the live, and I did, and everyone in the chat was calling me Flopped You. And
yeah, because your name is Matthew
anyway,
and you flopped.
This past weekend at New York
It's not
Pride,
so easy.
it was Sunday, and I was going to a beer blast at Brass Monkey, if you've ever been there.
Ooh, I
It's
used to
hot
go to the Brass
bears.
Monkey.
And that morning, I had decided with my friends to try out the Taco Bell Cantina to see if Meatball was doing drag brunch there. Unfortunately, she wasn't, but we did get alcoholic Baja Blasts and ate some food, which was interesting. So then we go to the bear events, and this guy is there, and I had talked and made out with him before, and he was like, do you want to come back to my place for a bit, and then we can come back here? And I was a little drunky, so I was like, okay. So I go back with him, and we're making out, and I see his dick, and it's pretty thick, right? And I'm sucking it, and I was like, I don't think I can bottom right now. I went to the Taco Bell Cantina this morning, and I didn't see Meatball there.
You said that out
And he
loud?
was like,
I hope so.
well, I really want that ass, so why don't you go douche in my bathroom? And I've never douched at a hookups place before, so that was weird. So I was like, okay, I guess, do you have a douche bulb? And he hands me a fucking grenade with a thick dildo-like fucking stem on it that
I
had
have
like
that
7 holes in it, like a water hose.
Yeah, I have
And I
that
stuck that up my butt, and water got everywhere in this guy's bathroom. Legit
'Cause you
took
didn't put it up
30
your
minutes
butt.
to douche,
Oh, he just
and
put
was
the
like
tip up.
not feeling it anymore. I went back out, and he had fallen asleep on the bed, but I woke him up, and we fucked, and everything was okay. And then I went back to the bear event, and I leaked cum out of my ass on the way home on the subway. Thoughts? Anyways, goodbye.
Thoughts?
2.5 minutes of talk.
Well, that's flopped you for you.
Flopped you. Flopped you is a hard name to say. It's a whole lot of takes a whole lot of mouth. I want to know, was the drag brunch good at the Taco
I
Bell
heard that
Cantina?
they were good. They had to like learn choreo, and they were like, it was. I also am not sure if they got to make their own mixes or if Taco Bell like made the mixes and then made the girls learn them.
Oh, it was like Doja Cat doing the Taco Bell pizza song?
I think, didn't she write that herself?
She did, but I'm saying the queens had to do it.
I don't know if they had to do that, but they made their own remixes with like the Taco Bell like dong sound in it,
yeah.
and like it was some of the videos looked good.
So
Tenderoni looked great. Auntie Chan looked amazing. Miss Toto looked great.
they did them in New York?
No, they did the one in Chicago.
Well, this is literally he's talking about New York.
I don't think there was one in New York.
He just said, I was in New York and I went to the Taco Bell cantina.
Yeah, and he said that there wasn't any drag there.
It was too long. I tuned out. Flopped you.
All right, next call.
No, well, I want to ask about douching at a hookup.
Oh, I could never, because I need the comfort of my own home for that. Because you don't know what kind of noises it's gonna make, what kind of splashes you're gonna make. You need to
also
know your
don't know
own douche. You need
where
your
the
douche.
where the toilet or the shower, if there's enough room for your legs to get around the side. You know how in New York sometimes the toilet is so squeezed into a thing? What?
What do you mean if there's enough room for your legs to get around the side? The side of what? You're
Well,
douching.
Sometimes you
just
like
gotta,
to
stand
spread
up.
your legs open. You just stand up to douche?
I just kind of like bend over and stick it in
The grenade.
beneath.
Beneath what?
From betwixt my thigh. Also, I think I have the one he's talking about, and I will tell you that one is messy. It has like 4 holes around the top, and then like 2 holes lower, and then 2 more lower. So you're supposed to take the whole thing in
all
and
the
shoot
way
it,
in.
so it like fills you up, but not just like
It fills me up. Okay, before we
it
move,
gives me life
before we move away from,
more clean than I've ever been.
before we move away from Taco Bell, I do just want to see if you saw this article on CNN Business. Taco Bell is testing
Massive cheesy.
a new menu item with a beloved snack food. It's
Oh
a
my God.
massive Cheez-It, which
Now
is
my mouth
16
watering.
times the standard size. And it's the base for the Taco Bell Big Cheez-It Tostada. And they also have a Big Cheez-It Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Yeah, I'm going right now. In the
But it's-
next 2 weeks at one restaurant. Ugh.
But the restaurant's in California, I believe.
Which one?
It's in Irvine. Both
Okay.
are available only in one restaurant located in Irvine for the next 2 weeks.
Not me looking up how far away Irvine is.
We need to go.
Well, you know I'm leaving this weekend.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, it's the next 2 weeks.
Irvine? Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. Irvine is where the Taco Bell headquarters are. It's where I went and shot the thing.
Oh, so it's an hour away.
It's like an hour away.
What else can we do down
What
there?
can we do? There's Huntington Beach.
Newport
Here's the
Beach?
thing.
You want to go
Maybe we-
surfing?
No, but maybe we go to Irvine during the day, and then
Uh-huh.
then we drive over to Long Beach and do a late night show at a Hamburger Mary's.
Let's call Jules.
Jules, pay us to go eat at a Taco Bell that's also 45 minutes away from where you are. Thoughts?
Jules? We know you're listening. I'm just kidding. Okay, next.
No, she only listens to Delta.
Next voicemail.
Hey, Dipper Meatball, longtime fan, first time caller. I know this is a flat earther QAnon fake news podcast, but I just need to
Sounds
correct
like Phoenix.
Dipper specifically. Candy Burris was
Yes.
in Escape.
Escape, not
Not expose.
expose. I'm aware.
Other than that, I love you. Bye.
Slip of the tongue. I said escape. I said expose instead of escape. So that is my fault, everyone.
Hey, Slops. I was just thinking.
Hmm?
Your theme song.
Hmm?
When your first choice is a big old bus, you turn
Bust.
around and boom, you end up with
Bust.
us? What the fuck does that mean? Who's driving this bus?
It's called. Okay, I'm sorry. Please unsubscribe.
Goodbye.
Please
Who's
unsubscribe.
driving this bus?
Who's driving this bus? Unsubscribe if you can't use context clues to figure out that it's bust.
When your first choice is a big
big
old
old
bust, you turn around and boom,
And boom!
you end up
End
with
up
us.
Well, maybe, hold on. Now I could see why if they were thinking Mean Girls, you turn around and boom, you get hit by the bus.
Not you singing it. You get hit
by
by
the
the bus. Have you
bus.
washed that shirt since we flew back from San
Yes,
Francisco?
I've actually washed. I'm like in a
I'm so
series.
jealous that you have laundry in the house.
I'm in a series of just consistently washing clothes that I've already worn because it is so hot,
Oh yeah.
and I've been
It's
doing
too
stuff outside.
darn hot.
Like I dyed all this
It's too
darn hot. Well, I had to dye those feathers off that thing because it was starting to look so ratty. So I like ripped it all off, dyed the feathers. But in order to dye them, you have to boil water up to like 150 degrees or whatever.
Mm.
Then add the dye, then pour it over the feathers. Then my whole house smelled like dead chickens because they're chicken feathers. So I had to take it outside, and I was out in the sun stirring a pot like a fucking witch. Just trying to get these feathers to take color. But they did, and now they're fuchsia, and it's beautiful.
Too darn
Hey,
hot.
it's sloppy fuck.
Ooh.
That's horny.
Just came back from sucking dick and cock.
Oh.
The guy was 56, but the cock was at least 25, 27 maybe. And I was
New
getting
cock.
really into it.
Fresh
and
cock.
do you ever get the cum burps
Yes.
No.
after you've like sucked and sucked all you could? You're taking in
Yes.
all that air, and then he comes in your mouth, and
And then
then
you're like,
you get those little burps at the end. Anybody else get that? Do you get
Yes.
that, Dipper?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you, Diane? Do you?
Yes.
Okay. Goodbye.
Definitely get the cum burps. I revisited this gentleman who I've mentioned on this pod many times. I go to his house. I suck his dick. He's a multiple cummer. His dick is so great. He kind of sucks as a person, but the dick is chef's kiss.
It's the old Republican man.
Well, I don't think he's a Republican, but I think he's the bullshit kind of Democrat. You know what I mean?
His views are skewed because of his age.
Yes, he's not. He's
like
boomer
Jackie B.
age. He is not a progressive. I'll tell you that. But it's like the way his dick hits my throat. Only on a good day will I not gag. But I like sucking his dick so much.
Next call.
Okay.
Hey, Flops. I'm walking home from your show at the Bow in San Francisco.
Oh.
And as Big Dipper said, it was cute to me. Love the numbers you guys did. But my question is, what happened to the meet and greet?
Ooh.
I'm assuming since the show started an hour late, the
Ooh.
meet and greet just didn't happen. But as a dedicated listener and fan, I need answers. All right. Goodbye.
I have
Drag us.
answers for you.
It's Meatball's fault.
It's my fault in a
Well,
way.
it's Delta's fault.
It's Delta Works. No, it's Delta Airlines. They delayed our flight by an hour and a half. And like 2 days before we got there, see, I thought that the show was supposed to start at 8 p.m. That's what time it did the last time I did the Pride show at Bow.
Right.
We got a message being like, your meet and greet is at 5 o'clock. Let me explain to you what happened. Our flight got delayed. We didn't land until 2. We got in the first car we could. We didn't get to the hotel until like 3. Or did we get to the hotel at 2:30?
We got to the hotel by like 2:30, 2:45. Like you weren't able to really start painting until like 3 or 3:15.
Yes, because I needed to check in, open my bag, set everything up, take
Right.
a shower. There was a lot that needed to happen. I was ready, and we were there at 5 or at 6 o'clock. Like that's
We
what
were
time
there
We
at
got there.
yeah, or 5:45 even. We walked down there.
We
at
walked there
5:30.
early, so we could have done. But then the club was so packed, and it was running late. There was just a lot going on.
Ultimately, what I think is like, yes, there was like a little delay because of the flight and whatever, but ultimately that bar, we had a great time. Shout out to Cindy.
Ooh,
Shout out
Cindy.
to Joshua. Shout out to Adriana and Carney Asada and everyone at Bow. That club was so packed. There was a
Shout out to
line.
Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. One short day in the Emerald
City.
That club was so packed. There was a line all the way down to like the traffic light. And honestly, I feel like people who were in that line didn't even know what they were standing in line for. It was 6 o'clock and people have been out since 10 a.m. Pride Parade, Pride Fest downtown. People were sunstroked, drunk.
Bitch, it was
like,
zombie. They were zombies.
Were zombie.
They were
pride
zombies.
They were pride zombies. So I don't even know that we would have been able to facilitate a meet and greet. Like, we go in there and sort of make space. Like, I think, caller, you would have been like the only person who was like, I'm here for the meet and greet, ready to go. So our apologies.
Afterwards, we did sit outside for an hour on the parklet.
But we got sort of cornered by a B-Fierce for a bit.
And I slowly started just getting really drunk.
I saw you dissociating. Or what is it called?
Yeah, dissociating. Yeah, and then I kept trying to put my drink up on the ledge, and everyone kept yelling at me. Okay, next call.
Oh, you really pulled
Hi, I'm calling to talk about enemas. I have a special bidet. It's called the Bio Bidet 1000.
This
and
person
it has a
sounds
vortex
familiar.
mode in it.
I think this is
And this vortex mode will shoot a stream of water right up your ass. And then you can just, spit it out of your butthole, and then all poops come out. It's been kind of a nice luxury, but I'll be honest with you, sometimes I don't even take regular poops anymore. Anyways, goodbye.
Meaning what? Oh, you just douche out your poops?
Oh, that can't be good. You're not supposed to do that.
Let your body do a little of its regular work.
Let your body do the work, honey. Let your body do the work.
Okay, last call.
Hey, Big Dipper. Hey, Meatball. I'm just calling because over this last week, I sucked a lot of dick. And I just want to know what happened to good dick.
Ooh.
Every dick that I suck now smells and tastes like soap. And honestly, it reminds me of when I would say bad words as a kid and my mom would stick the bar of soap in my mouth. I want that dick to be smelly. I want that dick to be funky. I want it cheesy. I want it to taste weird and then lick it off until it tastes normal. That's all I got to say. Thank you. Bye.
No, you're going.
I just gagged a little bit. Now, I will say, I do think that I agree to an extent. I don't want it fresh out the shower, laced with baby powder. You know what I mean? I need it
laced with baby powder.
I need it clean, but an hour after. When it starts to pick up its natural ojwas again. But what I don't want is it to taste like soap, like they just clean their dick in a bathroom for you.
Here's the thing.
Bath.
Sometimes you feel like you're
but
really
also not cheesy. No. Save that for the Taco Bell.
Oh, I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to clean this up real good for you. You don't need 4 layers of soap on there and then a light rinse. Just one good layer of soap for cleaning and then rinse it off so that it's wet. And no more soap, and then dry it off, and then let it
also
bounce around your thighs and your balls a little bit before you give it to somebody.
Put a hair dryer on warm and blow dry
or even cool. I would put it on cool.
No, because you gotta work up. You gotta work it up. You ever?
Oh, you want a little sweat? Just a little.
Get a little sweat going.
Yeah. But there are some of you who should really hop in that shower and scrub a dub. You know what I mean? Really clean it up.
Clean it up and then go for a walk. Because
not even go for a walk. Some of you should just clean it up.
Clean it up and lay down. In a cold
lay down
room.
in an air conditioned room.
And stay down for an hour until your body has absorbed all the moisture.
And just don't move ever.
Cover yourself in Gold Bond.
But I will say
to
each their own.
Listen.
And
also
if you're looking Go ahead.
To clean up, what was it? The Manscaped has the ball toner and stuff. So you don't, it kind of prevents the smell, but it doesn't add an odor. It's nice.
What I would say is for
fresh out the shower, laced with baby powder.
If you are searching out dick, you should be messaging that person, come fresh from the gym. I like it funky. Piss your pants a little bit and then let it dry.
I did that one time and I didn't like it.
If you're looking for that, let that be. You know what I mean?
Let it be. Let it be.
Let it be the thing that you communicate to people.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to this episode.
We do have an announcement, though. August 20th.
August 20th. You come with your clean nuts.
Here's the thing. We've been talking about this for a while now.
It started as a joke and now it's a reality.
And we are really, really excited to announce that we are, in fact, going to do a live podcast, poolside, clothing optional, at
CCBC in Palm Springs as part of Western Exposure's Foam Party Weekend.
Bare Naked Weekend Foam Party. So Western Exposure
I'm excited for the foam party.
Is a party. They do parties in Palm Springs, I believe, monthly. When this episode comes out, they will have just completed their Dad Bod Fest over 4th of July weekend. And we are partnering with them the weekend of August 19, 2021. Our show is on the 20th. We'll put a link in the bio and we'll be sharing the link on our socials. Basically, if you buy a ticket, you buy a day pass for Saturday the 20th.
For
Saturday the 20th. Thank you for Katya for listening to our show and re-quoting us when we do funny jokes.
Okay, so you can come on Saturday the 20th. We're both going to be there all day hanging out. Well, I'll be hanging out by the pool. Dipper might be in the barracks. And then the show is at 8 p.m.
Yeah, so the day pass is not just for the show. You can get in for the whole day.
For the whole day. Come
Ins
do a
and
meet and
outs.
greet.
So if you're there, like, you can come hang out during the day, go home, eat dinner, come back for the show. That $50 ticket gets you in and out for the whole day, Saturday day pass.
So
if you
get
want to
yourself
come,
a locker.
If you want to come for the weekend, you can buy a weekend pass that'll still get you to the show. You can get a room at CCBC, but if your main goal is for a sloppy seconds experience, get that Saturday day pass on the westernexposure.net website, and we'll link the exact ticket link.
And I'll be caftanned.
Oh, maybe I'll be caftan too.
Oh, should we make matching caftans?
That sounds like a good idea. But it's going to be fun, and we're going to book a guest. We're going to try to find a porn star in LA or in Palm Springs.
Which shouldn't be hard.
Could be challenging. Could be challenging.
With the monkeypox.
So, yeah, and hopefully we'll be vaccinated.
So stay out of the bear soup or sit in it. I'm going to definitely jump in the pool at the end. Let's get soaking wet.
Someone, I tweeted about it this morning, and someone responded with, "Let's get soaked in cum."
It's going to be hard trying to dodge each other. We literally have to make a schedule.
I'm down to make a schedule.
We'll make a schedule.
Okay. So shout out to Matt Ford. Shout out to Dr. James Simmons for being on the show with us today. Thank you for your insight about monkeypox. We got very journalistic.
Mama, we got so serious. Give me the Peabody. Or just pee on this bod. I'm just kidding. Never pee on me. Thank you so much for listening to Sloppy Seconds. You can follow us on Instagram at SloppyPod. You can follow follow Mom Podcast at Mom Podcast everywhere. You can follow Dipper at Big Dipper Jelly on everything. You can follow me on Instagram at Spiciest Meatball, Fat Drag Meatball on Twitter, and Meatball the Drag Queen on TikTok. I hope you had a wonderful time. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't ever miss an episode, which come out every Tuesday and Friday. Good. Bye.
Breaking Down the Riff with Natalie Weiss. You remembered it.
To listen to Sloppy Seconds one day early, ad-free, and to watch our full video episodes, sign up for Mom Plus at mompodcast.plus.
Sloppy Seconds is produced by Moguls of Media, a.k.a. Mom.
Hosted by Big Dipper and Meatball.
Editing and sound design by
William Pitts. Executive produced by Willem Belli, Alaska Thunderfuck, Big Dipper, and Joe Cilio.
Our artwork was drawn by Christian Cimarroni.
And our theme song was written by Mike Malarkey.